What is voice acting? These are my first impressions of the voice acting industry in 2021, and we're starting right now. What is voice acting? And how does the industry look like for someone getting into it in 2021? And what is the community like? To find this out, I did some searching. And here's what I found.
It's a terrible time to be a voice actor. Seriously, truly.
Do not get into the voiceover business until you've watched this video.
So the question I get asked most often,
what the hell is voiceover?
how do you get into voice acting?
We just do it. We just go in and we do it. It's hard.
Young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and new to Los Angeles.
I'm a voice actor. I sit in a booth all day and make a living by using a microphone and my voice. You spend about 90% of your time auditioning and maybe 10% actually booking the job.
There's no set path. There's no ladder to climb.
I remember it took me at least 100 auditions to get my very first job. I've known others that have taken far more than that to get just the first job.
Alright guys, here we are trying to learn more about the voice acting industry from a beginner's perspective in 2021. Let's go ahead and open up YouTube and do a quick search to see what we can find more about the voice acting industry and what advice they have for beginners. Okay, here we go. Let's dive into it.
It's a terrible time to be a voice actor. Seriously, truly, honestly. You shouldn't do this. It is absolutely, without a doubt, the worst time in our industry to join this industry. Don't do it. Don't. You will save yourself so much heartache and so much pain by avoiding voiceover.
Wow. Wow, those are some really bold statements. Wow, I'm very curious to see why she thinks so strongly that we shouldn't be doing this.
Okay. So I'm sure you're wondering why I'm riding the pessimistic train.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's because I'm very familiar with all the stops, and it is my favorite train to ride. But besides that, I really, truly feel sorry for folks who are just getting started in voiceover and just learning about this industry. And there's one really specific reason why. There's too much information. I had to really find resources. I had to find coaches. I had to find allies and even colleagues and people to work with, right? This industry was not what it is now. There were so few ways to learn this craft.
Hold on. Back up. It's the worst time to get into voice acting, and we should not get into it at all because it'll prevent heartache because there's too much information. Heavily disagree with the first part of the video, but information is good. Too much information, being overloaded, I absolutely agree. And I think if that's the case, she definitely hit it spot on. Because you can easily get distracted with, misleading information and things like that. So I'm curious to see what she has more to say so that way she can teach more about maybe the environment and voice acting and getting started in it.
It's so much that I talk to a lot of you pretty regularly, and I hear a very similar story. I hear over and over and over again, I don't know what to do next, or I don't know which resource to listen to, or I don't know which one's right, or it's just so overwhelming because there's so much available content. The only way to make this process less miserable and a lot easier to work with is to start narrowing and compartmentalizing where you are getting your advice and content from.
Okay, so awesome. Okay, so She's redeeming herself here. I absolutely agree. And I feel like that's kind of the case with a lot of different industries. No matter what you get into, you're never going to get anywhere if all you do is research. You should research, definitely do as much research as you can, but not to the point to where you don't have any time to act on it. Let's go ahead and now switch gears onto the next video.
If you're just getting started, online can get you somewhere. But to work from home, online, you need a home studio. In a home studio, the most important thing is to have a well-treated room. Far and beyond more important than having an expensive, fancy microphone. Second only to building a custom soundproof room, your best option is a walk-in closet with a bunch of clothes. My first home studio was like a 2x4 foot closet in my apartment in New York City. I crammed myself up into a ball sitting down with my laptop and my blue snowball microphone, USB mic, and I recorded my first auditions and jobs from there. So yeah, blue snowball, not the worst place to start. You'll also need a pop filter, $10 on Amazon. Learn to record and edit on an easy, free program like Audacity or GarageBand. Agents find you auditions for the best projects that are right for you, they negotiate your payment, and they make sure you get paid. And for that, they take 10 to 15% of your earnings on that job. If an agent is telling you they charge you anything up front, run away! Danger! Agents should only ever be taking a small percentage of the jobs they get you. So you need an agent to get jobs, but you need to have jobs to get an agent. Ah! I mean, no, you don't need one immediately, but you do need one eventually if you want to start doing consistent bigger jobs. So before you're ready for bigger jobs, you gotta do smaller jobs. And before you're ready for smaller jobs, you gotta do free jobs. And if you hate the idea of voice acting for free, this is probably not the job for you, because you need to get experience and have fun honing your skills. Be stoked that you get to do this because it's freaking fun, man. Go to behindthevoiceactors.com/casting call and audition for some amateur projects. Lots of them are fan projects for existing franchises, so you might be asked to do some voice matches. Like I see some fan projects here for Super Dragon Ball Heroes and Spider-Man and Paper Mario. And some are original projects where you can create your own original voices and work along with the director to develop those. You know, fun voice acting stuff. You might want to sign up for a website like voice123.com where you may end up booking some paid gigs. Exciting, yes, but don't expect this to pay the bills. Sites like these can be great training grounds for building your confidence with auditioning and communicating with clients and just straight up work experience and honing your voice acting. I would recommend working for free on fun projects, creating your own projects, and investing in your training. Unless you have a personal connection or some other outstanding circumstance, you'll need a great demo to get a great agent. But don't pay for an expensive demo until you know you're ready. And don't send a homemade demo to agents, please. If it's not up to par with the great actors they already have on their roster, they're not gonna dig it, and that might hurt your chances later down the line. Joining the union! SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. They're the union for actors who want to work on good projects for good money under fair and safe conditions. It's protection for an actor's livelihood, and eventually, it's health insurance. It's also the big leagues, and membership is not cheap, so don't feel like you need to run head first into the union. You don't want to do that. Grand majority of the big live action and animated shows and movies, commercials, and video games are union. You'll join the union when you're cast in a job that requires you to become union. So until that happens, don't worry about it. No matter where you are in the world, you can do online courses like gravyforthebrain.com, which provides specific detailed courses and webinars on topics like commercials, video games, demos, agents, audiobooks, any kind of focused lesson you want to hear about, which is hopefully everything. Just make sure before you dish out the big bucks on any sort of class that you do your research, vet them, read reviews, hear what people have to say about these people, because there are a lot of duds out there just trying to take your money. For example, if a class offers to make your VO demo for you at the end of the class, Red flag! Don't do it. Any teacher worth their salt will not tell you to make a demo until you are ready. iwanttobeavoiceactor.com is the website by D. Bradley Baker, and it is one of the best resources for voice acting on the internet, and it is 100% free. 100% free.
No, that's awesome. Wow. This is by far the best video so far. We're like super, super helpful. Just keep going.
I sit in a booth all day and make a living by using a microphone and my voice.
My gosh. This voice is amazing.
I check my email and look for jobs. So when I check my email, pretty frequently I'll get return clients asking me to do more work for them, but more often than anything else, I spend my time auditioning for new work. That goes for, I think, pretty much anyone in the voice acting field will tell you, you spend about 90% of your time auditioning and maybe 10% actually booking the job. Now that 10% of the time is what makes it all worth it, but you definitely spend the majority of your time trying to get work.
Wow. Even an amazing voice as his, he's still auditioning 90% of the time, and 10% he's working. That's amazing.
I'll give you an example of an audition with a job that I actually booked a while back, and just reading the sample script that they provided. And it's a 30-second radio spot. They wanted something that was exciting, and telling us that Friday nights at the ballpark with the family are an incredible and must-see event. So here's an example of the audition. So first, I'll slate my name, John Mondelli. Then, and I usually edit out anything in between, I go ahead and do the audition. It's Friday. Be a fan. Head to Target Field to cheer on your Minnesota Twins. This year, we introduce Friday Night Fireworks presented by the Black Hills and Badlands of South Dakota, where you can stick around for oohs and ahs during a post-game fireworks show after every Friday night game from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Take advantage of our Friday night specials and be a fan.
Why am I doing this? Yo! That was amazing! What? What? The voice, that's it. The voice industry doesn't need other, they just need him. My gosh. That was awesome! Oh, so cool. Let's keep going. I like this guy. Oh my gosh.
Forget about it. That's pretty much what you have to do. You just have to record an audition, send it off, and then just put it out of your mind and wait, and hopefully you will get a response. But basically, I record the one job, I move on right to the next audition and just keep on going, and all day long people are posting jobs and I'm auditioning.
Hey guys, this is Editing Brian here. I'm currently editing the video, but it's like super long, so I'm gonna have to cut it off here, and I'll do maybe the rest of the research in the second video. See you guys in the next one.